Jung, they pop up with certain types of concepts that we now know as modern psychiatry and therapy. Where does parapsychology fit in this timeline?
The psychologist says, let's figure out what that particular arrest was. And you essentially, as I say, go toe to toe with it. And you logically try to analyze it and talk it out so I can come to a more comfortable resolution of that particular stance. The parapsychologist says you can remove that stance and create a new stance. That's the difference between the two systems. The stars are positioned in such a way where the mind is internally directed. So you have on your smartphone more information than a person in the 1800s would ever have encountered in their lifetime. You have it right in your hand now. There's now levels of different thought forms that are much more dominant in your perception, and you need to know how to navigate those because of the pressure they create on the psyche. And that creates a lot of people who are very anxious and kind of get strung out. So it became very popular to medicate in some fashion the wider population, which is why we see the legalization of certain drugs and so forth, is because people need some kind of relief from the psychic pressure of all this data. How I organize all that data, how I organize the thoughts, that it gives me my success and happiness, or it gives me my misery and my suffering. And parapsychology gives you a kind of the beyond position, if you will, where I don't have to logically go toe to toe with the toxic thought form. See, and then I'm just essentially I spend my life trying to be on the positive side of the negative thought form. You know, I'm always an alcoholic, and I try to be sober one more day at a time. I'm still toe to toe, face to face with the toxic thought form. I haven't gone beyond it. And the parapsychology is the tools to take us beyond it. And again, what's going to prove that it works is your experience. And that's why we want to teach this, and we have teach it at length, so people have a very experiential understanding of it, of really how to move out of these toxic locations and then be free of them. Because the human has the absolute capacity to be free. No one needs to be imprisoned by anything that happened to them in the past, any conditioning, any programming, any behavior. They don't need to be imprisoned by that, but they've got to use the right tools and the right technology to get safely out of harm's way. And we know in the Kundalini system, we have those techniques.